Hey guys, and welcome to my Bible in Context series. This is episode 18, which is Yoel or Joel. Okay, so Yoel means Yahuah is El. This is a minor prophet, and this focuses on national repentance and the day of Yahuah. So Yoel is the one who wrote it, which is the son of Pethuel. Honestly, there's very little background here to go off of, which I guess will just shift the focus onto the message. And when it was written, scholars debate this as well. The message clearly describes a devastating crisis in Yehudah, and this points towards a future judgment. So this takes place primarily in Yehudah and Jerusalem, which is Judah and Jerusalem. But the prophecy does extend to the nations on the coming day of Yahuah. So what is Yoel about? It is about the coming day of Yahuah. So this is a warning that judgment is coming, but repentance can still change the outcome. So why was it written? To show that national disaster can be a good wake-up call. That repentance must be sincere and not just performative. That Yahuah will judge the nations, and that restoration follows true return to him. Okay, so my simple outline, let me pull up my thing. So beginning is a devastating locust plague and national crisis. The middle, call for repentance and fasting. And then end is the promise of restoration in the coming day of Yahuah. Okay, and then the key events is the locust devastation across the land, a national call to repentance and fasting, the promise of restoration after repentance, the prophecy of Yahuah pouring out his spirit, and the judgment of the nations. All right, so key verses. These ones are mine. I know you have yours, but these ones are mine. Okay, the first one is Yoel, chapter 2, verses 12 and 13. Okay, it says, "Yet even now, declares Yahuah, turn to me with all your heart, and with fasting, and with weeping, and with mourning, and tear your heart, and not your garments, and turn back to Yahuah your Elohim, for he shows favor, and is compassionate, patient, and of great loving commitment, and he shall relent concerning the evil." I don't know why I just said patient like that, but my bad. So this is showing us that repentance must be genuine. Okay, my next one is Yoel, chapter 2 still, and we're going to be looking at verses 28 and 29. Okay, it says, "And after this it shall be that I pour out my spirit on all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men dream dreams, your young men see visions. And also on the male servants and on the female servants I shall pour out my spirit in those days." So this reveals a future outpouring of the spirit beyond one generation. Okay, my next verse is Yoel 3:14. "Crowds, crowds in the valley of decision, for the day of Yahuah is near in the valley of decision." So this emphasizes the coming judgment of all of the nations. And that is it. That is my Bible in context of Yoel. Stay tuned for the next one. It is Amos.